ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, AirsoftAL. The common man's airsoft reviews bad guns so you don't buy them, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about, well, something I did like a long time ago, and something I've actually been thinking about and building up on, and that's my airsoft field idea. Or at least something I've always wanted to do, which is, well, buy a piece of land and just kind of build up on it. And now that years have kind of gone, now that so many years have passed and I've started thinking about that idea a little more, I thought I'd go ahead and share that with you. So, the big thing is that I'd still like to buy an airsoft field and actually, or I'd still like to buy a good chunk of land and kind of build up on it. And I don't mean build up on it as an, oh, you know, like another stereotypical town. No, actually kind of build it out a little bit. I started thinking about it and actually kind of replicate some awesome towns and things that I love. Like, one of my favorite things is always seeing these cities in Fallout. Yes, I know they're based on real cities, but there are some settlements in Fallout that I've always loved. Like, one of my favorite settlements is Megaton. I love Megaton. I love the way it's laid out. I love how it's just a claustrophobic mess. Freeside's another great one from New Vegas I love. I'd love to try and kind of recreate some of those settlements on the field. But let's go ahead and start off first. Why would I want to buy it? Or at least what would I do with it? Well, in terms of a field, besides just it being an airsoft field, one of the big ones is I would love to actually make a studio on it. Actually buy a bit of land and kind of move a trailer on it, like a so many bedroom trailer, so you know, Apex, aka Tony, and the others would come down, and we'd go from there. And then we would build up the studio, more or less. Just have like the studio part of the field where we could film videos, we can shoot videos, do all that good jazz. So that way it's not just where we live and where we can play, it's also where we can film videos at, do all that sort of stuff, and do cool stunts and things like that on the field, so that way, you know, if we get hurt, well, that's our property. We're not going to exactly sue ourselves over some stupidity. And kind of do some cool practical effects as well. Like, we can blow shit up on our land. Granted, we can blow shit up around here, but because we're so close to other farmers, we can't exactly do that and not get the cops called, and not get the local sheriff called on us. Damn it, Cletus. And and not, you know, have problems with the local law enforcement because we're so close to a residential area. Well, if we buy a bit of land out, you know, just away from the highway, out away from the residential areas, we can blow up where the fuck we want on that fucking land. We can just blow shit up all we want. And that kind of make awesome little holes and things like that. But in terms of just, you know, outside that bit, in terms of the field itself, like, starting out, I would love to actually just do, like, basic earthworks. Like, just buy a bit of land, and then start building on it. Like, not building on it, but, like, dig trenches, create earthworks, have no man's land, essentially, like, with, where we blow shit up, make fucking areas where, like, an artillery shell had came down on it, you know, things like that. Make, essentially, like, a small thing of either the Somme or, you know, just trenches and things like that. Something simple, easy, and stuff that we can accomplish. And then go from there. Another bit I would love to add on to, besides, of course, the obvious earthworks, but once the money actually starts coming in and we can build up the field, one of the things I would love to do with that field is actually add on to it, like a biome. Different biomes, like one section be a desert. Like, we bring in sand and things like that, we just fucking spread all over the goddamn place, and it literally be a desert, essentially. Like, there'd be a sand dune, what have you, like, you know, kind of cordon off so people can get their own flavor. Another section be like a jungle, essentially, like palm trees, rice paddy fields, all that good jazz, you know, just different biomes and sections where players can decide what taste they want to go for that day. Like, oh, do I want to fight in the desert? Do I want to fight on no man's land? Do I want to fight in the jungle, essentially? You know, something like that. And tying it back to the studio section, we could use the fields for, like, short films and things like that. Like, little comical shorts or even, you know, things like that. And then finally, start building up on those fields. Like, have one urban section which I know I'm going to be claimed a terrorist, of course, but I'd love to replicate it as a section of California, so that way I can just label it Invade California, or The Invasion of California, just so everyone can live out their fantasies of finally fucking busting in some doors and busting commie skulls. You know, just let them have their power fantasy. I think power fantasies are healthy. It's just the way of life. It's how we men do things. And some women. But I think their power fantasies are more sexual in nature. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Let them have their fantasies. They can do whatever the hell they want. Another thing that I'd love to do once things actually start building up, and yes, you heard correctly, start building up, is once we actually start getting a lot of money and we actually start getting a lot of funds, a lot of great stuff to it, and this is not going to happen in like a year. This is more or less like down the road. I would love to actually build an underground CQB field. Yes, you heard correctly, an underground CQB field like a fucking vault! I don't know what vault I want to model after. Maybe model after a vault I built in Fallout 4 with the Vault Tech DLC. But again, it's one of those things that I want to do. And I would love to do. And be able to have an underground field so that way, and I've joked about this, but now I'm thinking I'm going to be serious about it, is if a tornado comes through, we can have all the players come on down underground, close the door, close the vault door. Yes, I want to model it after the vault door. You know, the whole thing, and probably gonna put that clip somewhere here of the vault door just freaking opening and closing. I want to kind of model it after that, model the door after that, so that way it closes, seals, and when the tornado passes, we can just open it up and be like, "Here you go, folks. Go on out there to whatever the fuck's left," and who knows? Maybe move underground. Take all our shit, sell off the trailer, and move under fucking ground. Even move the studio underground, maybe. Who knows? I don't fucking know. Again, it's just one of those big, ambitious things. And you know what? It may happen. Because I have a friend who owns 180 acres of land. So, depending on how things go, we may actually do that one day. When the donations from you guys actually starts getting really high up, we could actually... you know, buy a cheap trailer, move it out to that piece of land that we may buy from my friend, and basically go from there. I mean, who knows? Again, it's one of those things where I don't know how it will work out. I'd want it to work out, and I'd love it to work out. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below if you'd be willing to play in a Vault Tech Vault airsoft field, and I'll let you know in the future when the donations actually start really ramping up and we actually start making really big bank, if we're able to buy our own field. And knowing Apex, I know he liked coming down here, and I know he enjoyed the stay in Tennessee. So, I don't know, maybe he'll enjoy having his own fucking field to run and yelling at people, "Call your fucking heads or I'll shoot your ass," type deal, or who knows, I don't know. But in all seriousness, though, I would love to actually have my own field and studio and, you know, be out of the family house. And don't get me wrong, I love the family farm. I really do. But it kind of comes down to, it's going to have to be down to the point where I'm sufficiently able to leave the family farm and try and venture on my own. For any of you who's been a farmer, or you know where I've been in my situation, it's going to be definitely hard to try and split the two. But either way. Thank you all for watching. As always, I've been AirsoftAL, the common man's airsoft, who reviews bad guns so you don't buy them. And I will see you all in the future. Later!